Congratulations for... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage. We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. For this 100% Swiss stage, the organisers have set up what promises to be a heated finish. The Col de la Forclaz, followed by the climb to Finot-Émosson, promises a fight between the favourites that everybody's looking forward to.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up! If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history. He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
Watch out for him. He's a real puncher who can come out on top on any finish with a short climb. But he can also rely on a good turn of speed if there's a group finish. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. It's a third category climb that now waits the riders. 2 points will be awarded to the first rider to the top.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. At the front of the race, it's time to pick up something to eat.
He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs.
The first rider in the intermediate sprint will earn 20 points towards the green jersey.
His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
There are 30 kilometers left, and things will now start to get serious. The Col de la Forclaz climb should see the top riders come to the fore, and with any luck, the first mano a mano between favourites. It's a climb at a constant gradient. There's no section that is more or less difficult than the others. One and a half minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey. The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. The yellow jersey has just joined up with the lead group.
Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The first rider to the top will score 10 more points towards the climber standings.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Okay, I'll consume a feed. peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader.
Watch out, there's an attack. He's attacking.
The riders can try to recover during the 7-kilometer descent that leads to the foot of the final climb of the day. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
Okay, I'll protect him.
The first riders are at the foot of the final climb to Finot-Émosson, 10.4 kilometers at an average of 8.4%.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
It's a very difficult climb, with ever-increasing percentages as the summit approaches. Riders will have to be patient and keep enough energy in reserve, especially to face the last 3 kilometers, which are absolutely horrific. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. "30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
The finish is classified as first category and the points will be doubled. The winner will thus add 20 points to his tally for the mountain standings. The front of the race is into the last 5 kilometres. Slopes over 10% will become more and more frequent.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
He's attacking. The man in front is less than 4 kilometres from the summit.
Watch out! The yellow jersey is trying to get away. We mustn't let him. Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
The yellow jersey has just joined up with the lead group. We're into the last 3 kilometres. The slope will continue to get steeper.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. A little over 2 kilometres left for the men at the front. They can see the red pennant in the distance. The men at the front are under the red pennant. They can fight it out for the stage victory, but they'd better be wary of the chasers who are not far behind.
The breakaway is 1 kilometre from the finishing line.
Only 500 metres left. This climb is never ending.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings.
He is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all! Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today it's a time trial which is important for the general classification because it's a route for climbers. It's important to go all out on this time trial to stay well placed in the general classification. We can get into the top 10. It wouldn't be a bad performance. Good time trial to all of you.
The last rider to set off in this individual time trial is on the starting ramp. A few more seconds until he goes. Come on, let's give him a big hand.
Today is a mountain time trial. You're going to have to manage your effort so you don't seize up before the top. It will start to climb after the next bend. It is very steep, right from the start. Go, go! The next intermediate time is in 1 kilometer. We'll see if you're on the pace. It'll be a little less difficult now. Come on, manage your work rate. Come on, no relaxing. There's a big percentage after the next bend. It doesn't last long. Don't panic. Come on. Try to get a bit of a breather. There's a kilometer of flat before the final ramp. The final ramp is 1.5 kilometers, and then it's downhill to the finish. Go on, it's finally downhill. Full out to the line. Watch out in the last kilometer. Remember, we spotted a dangerous bend during reconnaissance. Go, go! Keep on pumping to the end.
He tops the standings and will receive the traditional... He tops the standings and will...
Well done, guys. We're where we should be. We were aiming for a top 10 spot, and you did the job. I'm happy with that. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. You'll have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. It'll be difficult to keep up the pace of the best. I think that we'd better anticipate the attacks of the leaders.
Hello, everyone. We're in for a restless stage today. With less than 150 kilometers and 5 climbs in store, there won't be a shortage of attacking opportunities. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape.
It looks like you're going it alone. Good luck.
A mountain bike specialist, Alexis Vuillermoz made a successful switch to the road, as evidenced by his stage win in Mur de Bretagne on the 2015 Tour de France. The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be gained. He's a very good climber, but he prefers to ride at a steady pace. Acceleration is not really his forte, just like his skills going downhill, which are pretty poor. A very good climber and puncher, however, he lacks explosiveness.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway. Here's the positions over the last climb. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. It's not over. There's a counter-attack. The front of the race starts the ascension of the Col de la Fauclard from Montmain, the second climb on today's menu. He wants to be in front for the combativity classification. He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains.
He's attacking to catch up. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The breakaway can't widen the gap. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history. Okay, I'll consume a feed. A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
The Montée de Bizane is classified all category. The first 10 riders to the top will therefore pick up points. The first will pocket 25 points.
Understood. I'll take it easy, whatever happens.
Allez les gars, continuez comme ça.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. You're ahead of the group with the favorites by 30 seconds. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up! He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings. You're 30 seconds ahead of the favorites group.
ça. Continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. He's still got something in the tank. He's putting his foot down in the relays. He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings.
The descent is over for the front of the race. It now enters the feeding zone.
Behind, the yellow jersey is moving onto the offensive.
Vas-y, continue, continue.
You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open. You're the best sprinter in the breakaway. You should manage to win the intermediate sprint. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The yellow jerseys just joined up with the lead group.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
A few more kilometres of flat and the race will enter its final chapter with the pairing of the Côte des Amarants and the Montée du Betex. Most riders should be in familiar territory, as the final sequence of climbs is identical to that of the Critérium du Dauphiné in 2015.
He's attacking. Whatever you do, don't let him build a lead.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
You're 30 seconds ahead of the favourites group. He's attacking to catch up. Okay, I'll follow any attack.
Watch out, there's an attack at the head of the peloton. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings. I'll follow any attack.
The race lead launches itself on the Monte de Betex.
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça! Allez les gars, courage! Magnifico!
5 kilometers for the lead riders.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The mountain jersey points are doubled for this summit finish. The stage winner will gain 20 points towards the polka dot jersey.
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça!
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, no one has managed to gain the upper hand. If no one attacks, it will be decided in a sprint.
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça! Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça! Bye, bye, bye!
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish. The red pennant is in sight for the man at the front of the race.
This is the last kilometer. Go, go! One more effort. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
He is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more. We can say that everything is...
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all! Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. If it's obvious that a win today will require the talents of a climber, it's not impossible to also imagine that everything will be settled on the final descent to Morzine, the finish of this alpine stage. Acceleration at the head of the peloton. Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well. He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited. There will be 5 points for the first to the top.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. Okay, I'll protect them. You're the biggest threat to the yellow jersey at the front of the race.
The Col de la Colombière is looming for the front of the race. It will be climbed by its southern side.
For the mountain classification, you're the best placed in the breakaway.
There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the riders first over the top.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. You seem to be the best climber in the group. You should be able to move to the front. He launched the mountain sprint. You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. I think his team has taken on the chase in order to place one of their guys in the breakaway. He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
The breakaway is passing through the feed zone. The ascent of the Col de Ramar will soon begin. Nearly 14 kilometers long, with a slope at 7.1%. It's a real test to see who's on form today.
I feel pretty good. I don't have sore legs in the car. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. New leader for the climber standings. It's not a problem because it stays in the team. I get the impression that he's got his team riding in order to place a rider in the breakaway.
Here we are, the foot of the last climb of the day, the Col de Joux Plane. This is where a killer blow must be landed, because after the summit, it's downhill to Morzine.
Courage! Continue! Bravo! Allez, allez!
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end. There will be 50, 40, 32, 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8 and 4 points for the first 10 to the top.
Okay, I'll follow any attack. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The road will rise after the summit towards the Col du Renfoli. It's only afterwards that the descent to Morzine actually begins. 1 kilometer from the summit, and nobody's managed to get away on their own. Will someone manage to break clear on the way down?
Here's the positions over the last climb. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Allez les gars! Più veloce! Continuez comme ça! Allez! Allez les gars! Sei un mito!
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
Lâchez rien, allez!
Continuez comme ça!
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Continuez comme ça! Veloce! Non mollare! Dai, dai! Maglia gialla! Bravo! Bravo! Allez, continuez comme ça! Sei il migliore! Allez les gars, courage! Forza!
Allez les gars!
Et voilà! Bien les gars, allez, allez!
Allez, donne-moi ça, les gars!
Acceleration of the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Coraggio, dai! Quintana!
There's an attack at the head of the peloton.
He's attacking. Whatever you do, don't let him build a lead.
Forza! Allez les gars, on continue à l'intérieur les gars, allez! Vai.
We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all! final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp today is that the route... Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage, finishing in the top...